And recording. So before I get back to the recommendations that I'm getting from the comments section, um, taking another foray into the iPod here, and I came across a band called Zombie Ghost Train, which, according to this YouTube search, very first song is called R.I.P. And the kind of still from it makes me think it's not necessarily metal. So I'm imagining, given that Necromantics and just these pictures here on the side, I'm guessing this is a psychobilly kind of band. Uh, 3.5 minutes more or less. So let's just jump right into it. Rest in peace. Let's play. Yeah. Speed up.
Can't shake this terror from my head tonight. Alone and forsaken, I bleed. A twisted vision, a tired mind, betrayed, a victim of shame. R.I.P. You're dead to me. You tore out my Frankenstein heart. A twisted vision of hell in your eyes, vanished in the night. Now it goes in my mind. Lonely skeleton lobotomized by fear, a puppet in your one-man play. You're marionette of sorrow, I'm breaking the strings. Won't be your zombie no more. R.I.P. You're dead to me. You tore out my Frankenstein heart. A twisted vision of hell in your eyes, vanished in the night. Now it goes in my mind.
I'm gonna pause it here since it's transitioning into another section. You know what's funny about the lyrics is that the song is called R.I.P. Rest in peace. But he keeps saying he has a Frankenstein heart. And obviously Frankenstein, you brought him back from the dead. So he's not resting. He's not in peace. That's a little contradicting. I like this. Psychobilly has a good place in my heart. Like one of my favorite. I guess it's technically a band, even though it's named after the main person, Reverend Horton Heat. My favorite concert that I've ever gone to, ever, was Reverend Horton Heat. And who else was on that? Motorhead. That's who it was. It was the two of them. It was Motorhead and Reverend Horton Heat. And I think the opening band was the Iron Maidens, who are an all-girl cover band that does Iron Maiden. I know I'm sidetracking and I'm not necessarily talking about the actual track. That's just because there are some things I wish the guitar was a little bit more present. I hear the bass more than anything else, which is kind of a trademark for this style. You have the stand-up bass, but like I wish the guitar was a little louder, the distortion was a little heavier. Let me backtrack a little bit. The guy's voice is good. Like the Frankenstein heart line kind of stood out to me. And again, given the song is called Rest in Peace, like there's a little cognitive dissonance in that to me. But let's continue.
Now it goes in my mind.
That was good. Like I said in the last video I did for Skeleton Witch, like this was good. Doesn't really stand out though. Um, I find with psychobilly as a genre, um, it all starts to sound kind of derivative. Like I enjoy it so much. It's good. It's it's something that happens in every genre. People like a certain band or a group of bands, and then all they do when they play and they make music is they kind of just copy them. They don't do anything extra. They don't evolve it, evolve the sound or anything. It's just kind of like, I like this, so I'm going to play exactly that. And it doesn't venture too much, and kind of it's a detriment, I think, to the genre as a whole, because then it just gets stuck in one sound and it gets forgotten or becomes too niche, just because once everything starts to sound exactly the same, people get bored and they move on and they go to something else. And yeah, like this just didn't stand out to me as anything too something that I would come back to. I liked the genre, and this sounded good. And again, like I would probably add this to an existing playlist just to have more of the same. But like I like I said earlier, Reverend Horton Heat, love him. It's funny that Necromantics came up on the side because I actually went and saw them in concert. I think on two different occasions, and they put on a good show. There's a band, I think they're from the Valley, called the Henchmen, who have kind of like a psychobilly meets metal kind of sound that I dig. Um, yeah, but at this point now, it's kind of like, oh, you know what's good? There was a video that was making the rounds for a while, like years and years ago, and I think it came back recently. Um, of all things, a guy was playing a record of Alvin and the Chipmunks, a cover of a song called "Call Me," but it was being played at half speed. It sounded like a sludgy, almost like a Danzig kind of sound. It was really awesome, really cool. That's usually the like I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's just a sludgy good time, and tracks like this specific track, which is the very first one that came up on my YouTube search, just means it's probably the most popular, but not necessarily the most consequential as far as like what they had to offer as a band.